Maybe we should step out the car for this one. I don't like how the glare is. Maybe we could get a better light. Maybe if you put that light on a certain way.
The way it was before.
Yeah, maybe that light is better. Word. Yeah, that works. Peace to the family. So we're back. We live, baby. We live. So we got a little free time. Here we go. You must have been in the previous one. And we're still hype. Still hype. Now my daughter's teacher wants me to come up there and watch what they doing. I wonder if I could give y'all a sneak peek.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Class?
It is definitely a busy night. We got moves to make, but I got a little downtime, so we all the way up. Cleveland in the house. Busy night for you. Yes. Are y'all ready? So we're just gonna have a relationship class. Okay. This is not based on our relationship. This is based on my male perspective and her female perspective. That's what it's based on. Because she has a very unique perspective, Sister Victoria. And we may even argue at some point or the other here, which is where the fireworks will come. Because, you know, she's an aggressive female.
I am not.
Now, in order for us to do this, we're gonna have to be completely honest, starting from this point right here. Bro, I have a very, very serious question to ask you. How can I ask you and get a quick response? Should I ask it now or ask you what email address or something? I'm nervous. What the hell are you about to ask me? Email it. That's tricky. Hey, but peace, brother and Vic. Why am I not Light or Poe? Peace, brother. She's Vic. What's going on? Yeah, why are you so formal with me? We've been doing this forever. She just got in the picture.
Oh gosh, seriously?
I'm serious.
It's not my first live with him. Y'all know that.
But you ain't about to do me like that, peace, brother. Hey, Vicky.
Thank you, Callie.
All right. She's beautiful. Hi, guys. Brother Polight's here. I don't like doing these damn features with Victoria.
Why?
Look, this is.
Are you serious?
This is now. Look, it says facebook.com/Brother Polight. It doesn't say Brother Polight and Victoria.
The title, you put Victoria.
I did.
Yeah. Don't be insecure. Tell him.
We about to fix the title. So that will no longer be true. And then you'll understand what I'm saying. How are you spelling ha 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 with G-A-G-A-G-A? And you're laughing at me. Okay. Listen to y'all. Ask questions about the relationship. You know why? Because when I'm talking, people be throwing all sorts of questions out there. Now when we say ask the questions, everybody's just numb. Come on. We're ready. Laughing with you. Yeah, no doubt. So look. There she goes. She's so amazing.
Ew.
She's being all conservative. Man, I wish y'all saw what I saw. She is even more beautiful than y'all know. She's just being so conservative. She's very conservative. Okay. Thank you. Okay, you respect the knowledge. She's beautiful. And now it's time to ask questions that you need. Ask questions that you need to know. That you want to know. Ask questions about relationships in general.
I see a lot of that.
A lot.
A lot of it.
It's a woman's world. You guys are just in it. I agree. How do I treat each woman like an account? I don't think you should.
Thank you.
What kind of question was that one? The purpose of relationships is for two people to escape the mundanity, not created. How did you feel so comfortable being as honest? Oh, there goes a good question, I think. How did you feel so comfortable being as honest as you are without being scared to hurt your women's feelings? Well, I would say this. If you're not honest, you're going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. So, what I've come to terms with is being honest actually is a magnetic property as far as personality is concerned. I've learned that just saying, you know, and I know what you're talking about honesty. Let's be direct here. Being honest about, I say, sexuality. You see, this is my sexuality. I like being around women. And I know a lot of people think, oh, he's just going nuts and having sex with all sorts of women. And that's just far from the case. I like having relationships with sisters. I like being around them. I like taking advice from them. I like their touch. I like their feel. I like their hug. I love their look. I love their look. It's an amazing feeling. It makes my chest protrude. I'm going to keep this family. I was about to say a lot of stuff, but I'm be as respectful because she's here, so I don't want you to misinterpret how we engage each other. Because I was gonna say it also makes me erect, but
you just said that you weren't gonna take it that far.
But I told you what I was going to say. It's not like I actually said it.
You did.
Damn cameras. But listen. Oh, listen, but it's truthfulness. I'm approaching it from a perspective of me being truthful about my sexuality. You see, if you understand what you're talking about, then you don't grow insecure about it. If you talk about, hey, I just want to be honest, yo, I just need another woman, and it sounds like you just need another woman to have sex, or you need another woman because the woman you with is not enough woman, that to me is disrespectful, and you got to figure yourself out. For me, the same way gay people are encouraged or transgender people are encouraged to, look, don't let no one deny you of how you feel. Come out the closet and tell the world this is who you are, and whoever doesn't accept it, then F them. I agree with that advice. And I'm like, if the LGBTQ community can promulgate that type of consciousness into their community, be proud of who you are. Well, you know what? When I'm talking to sisters, I have to be honest about my sexuality. And that doesn't mean it's exclusive to me copulating with people. My sexuality as a man demands that I spend way more time with females than I do with males. And that I can engage females on as many different levels as both parties are compliant with. So there's sisters that I really build with them on a just intellectual level, on a whole other intellectual level. And guess what? That's important to me. She's beautiful. Okay, guys, we've seen that before. I'm right here. Feel free. So, where's my crowd at? Where's my sister supporters? Y'all, this is normally how it goes down here, you know. Don't come over here trying to take over my situation.
I'm not. I'm barely even speaking.
It's that face you trying to put on.
It's my normal face. I barely have makeup on. I'm not hiding. It's my normal face.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. I don't mind. So, I will ask you a question again, brother. Maybe you didn't see it. Now you were talking about relationships and everything. The question is that Caucasians teach that we should not look directly. We should not look directly at UV rays. White people are hurt by UV rays. Sir, I want you to know that we are talking about relationships, and we're giving an open invite for people to ask questions about a male and female's perspective. That's consciousness. That's all. I'm coming from my male perspective. She's coming from her female perspective. And that's what we're talking about. Do you like your light-toned wives more than your dark-toned wives?
Are you serious?
Kodak Black Thoughts. No. I'll tell you this. With every woman that I engage them because they have qualities that I want them to either accentuate in me or help bring to the surface that I feel I may be lacking in, right? But people say, man, you're an insecure brother. You have to be around all those women. Well, maybe I was prior, but now having been around so many sisters and for such a consistent period, I think I'm lacking a sense of security because I get my confidence from women. So it's absolutely true. I was lacking. And now every time I have a relationship with a female, she adds on to what I'm looking for to take me to another level. Okay? Victoria challenges me a lot. More than I like. However, She challenges me, and that challenge, okay, keeps me sharp intellectually. Keeps me very sharp. She's very, very spontaneous. You know, I won't say some things. I was going to tell them how you fart.
Why you so annoying?
I'm gonna say she farted in a heartbeat, but and feel no way.
I pass gas. I mean, that's not wrong.
In my world, when you're in any kind of relationship, you're supposed to pretend certain things don't get done, like farting. Like for years,
I'm extremely comfortable.
For years,
with myself.
I've pretended like I've never farted in my life, and I will continue to do so. I just believe people shouldn't do that when they get into any kind of relationship.
Pass gas.
So, you know, I believe you should behave like you've never farted a day in your life. That's how I believe relationships work. Some stuff is too truthful. The niggas be like, what? I ain't got nothing to hide. You do. That's one of them. Hide that shit. But hey, hey, who feeds your soul? Elaborate. People like this. I completely feel that. That's what I'm talking about. We breaking it 50-50 right now. Some people feel like you should be free and licensed to fart, and others be like, yeah, I hear that. I'm still very curious about women having several men. I'm not curious about it.
Me either.
Man, tell ignorant M. Hubbers.
Balance of a man comes from a woman. She can hold you down, but it takes a real one to hold your head up.
Balance from a man comes from a woman. She can hold you down, but it takes a real one to hold your head up. All right, that's what's up. What would you be setting of choice for a romantic date? What would be your setting of choice for a romantic date? How about you tell us that one? Let's get you involved.
I like long walks on the beach. No, honestly, I really do. I like watching the sunset. A picnic on the beach, a picnic at a park, you know, something that you don't have to necessarily spend money on, that you have no distractions of anyone else but you two. You know, that's romance to me.
That's pretty dope. What would you do if the spark is gone from the woman that is new in your life against the one that you have love for? I would think it's the old woman that you lose the spark for. Maybe that's what you meant, but I don't want to take your question out of context. I'll wait for you to rewrite it if it needs to be rewritten. Otherwise, we're just going to answer this. What would you do if the spark is gone from the woman that is new in your life against the one that you have love for? If the woman is new, I don't think no love lost. Y'all don't have to have a relationship with each other if the spark is gone. Never feel obligated to stay with someone that you're not feeling no more. Right. But be honest with them. Don't make them miserable because they kind of sense you're not interested in them no more. Right. That's how I feel. Can't do that. Don't do that, because that'll hurt the person that you're with. You don't want to do that. Do you use 48 laws of power in your relationship? Okay, good. Yeah. Do you use 48 laws of power in your relationships, bro? Ha ha ha. No, it does. Newness is the spice of life. Let me get on my other phone and see if I can respond. Talk to them. See if you can get some questions asked.
Okay. Where are the questions, y'all?
Ask those questions. No. Oh. Yeah, because that finish button...
Light is so bright.
Okay.
They're not asking nothing yet. You waiting for the questions, y'all.
Ask your questions.
Well, they're asking you.
Well, Vicky's there.
Asking you all the questions. How do you maintain harmony in a relationship with several other wives? Marriage a vehicle of love, business when it comes to choosing a mate.
Is marriage more of a vehicle for love or business when it comes to choosing a mate? That's you.
That's not me.
That's your opinion.
That's not me. That's not my opinion.
Do you follow the new carve in your relationship? Yes, I do. The new cause. As a woman with a very mature mind, how do you interact with other wives? How do y'all balance time amongst everyone? How do you get over a relationship? Vicky.
Spending a lot of time by yourself.
Okay, get that one. How do you get over a relationship? They need that one.
Spending a lot of time alone. Finding out what you could do to overcome, I guess. With me getting over a past relationship, it took a lot of times staying in my room. I stayed in my room a lot. I didn't project my feelings onto anyone else because I knew I was going through something. Thank you. And I figured there were things in me that I needed to change. And not because of someone else, but because of how I handled the relationship. Maybe there was a few areas where I needed to grow. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's not always you. And so a lot of people blame themselves for relationships ending. But once you get to learn you and love you more, the past relationship won't matter. And then that's why people say it's better to love again than to never have loved at all.
Oh, boy.
It's true. What? It's true. It's true.
Oh, shit.
She scared you? He
No.
got scared, y'all.
Hell no.
He jumped. Renetta
No.
scared him.
I ain't get scared, man. Cut it out. Alright, give me phone coming. And I know Bobby wants me to
Thanks
come
a lot.
upstairs,
The
so
young
I'm
lady
coming
didn't hold up
You
her
gonna
part.
come
Hold up what
soon.
part?
I'm coming soon. I'm just finishing up this live stream. We doing relationship
Let
now.
me ask you again.
Oh, really? What's
Did a new
happening?
stream. Whatever they ask about relationships, we just go.
Dang,
in.
I missed it.
Oh, it's
you
good.
know I got opinions.
It's good. Question for her.
Let me go rehearse. I know I gotta go rehearse.
My birthday is March 23rd.
Will you ever forgive a man for cheating? Is there ever a situation where you will take him back?
Nope.
yeah. That's my daughter.
Trust is like a broken mirror.
That's right.
Okay? You can try to put it back together, but it'll never be the same.
The key word
Don't.
is the key word
Nope.
is cheating. Cheat.
Don't
That's
do
the key
it,
word,
girl.
cheat.
Don't
If somebody
do it.
cheats you out of anything, no, absolutely not. For what?
There's like 7 billion people on the planet. I promise you'll find somebody else to treat you right and not break it the first time. Don't take him back. Nope.
Key word is cheat. Do not allow anyone to cheat anything out of you.
Sorry, Daddy.
Y'all rough as hell.
But it's true.
It's true.
What's that you say
Cheat
about
is
the Lord?
slang.
Or
Relationships are
Oh. Better to ask forgiveness than permission.
there you go, brothers. It's better to ask forgiveness than permission.
God is forgiving. Women aren't. We hold grudges like hell.
Black woman is God,
Still hold a grudge.
an vengeful God.
Have you not seen all the vengeance God put in the Bible?
God is a jealous God.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that cigarette is strong.
I know. So let's do this.
Let me go over her.
Yeah, we subscribe to the Zodiac.
I see where you
She
come
woke me up with that voice, boy. Better be talking about Vicky. And then you better not be talking about Vicky. So now, got you. My mother took my father back, and they seem very happy. Guess some situations are different. Cheat is an animal instinct. We'll pass. What up, brother Springfield? You want to go away? Go ahead.
You gotta understand the word cheat. Cheat. If you're secret,
animals
cheat
are
is
not
secret and lying. That's
The terms in which we're going to get together and then violate the terms.
right.
That's not animals.
Cheating is violating. That's what it is. If you guys have understanding to be what.
They said how to start back dating.
Don't be afraid. Throw yourself out there.
Don't
look for a rebound. Don't look for a
I
rebound.
ain't want to look like I'm throwing my voice with a female voice. They just watching me. Hard to hear. If cheating is a game, is cheating a concept to consider in relationships? Who said it was a game in the first place? I'm starting to see why these relationships ain't working out.
Right.
Cheating is a complex upon which we defy gravity on. I don't even know if that guy's cheating or committed saying some shit like that. Do women do poly the opposite way? Women do, not the sisters I be around. I don't know too many cases of it. I don't know none, but I know it has to exist somewhere. To get over insecurity as a man, roid up. Can't hear. Hopefully that works. What's the best way to try to elevate someone you interested in? I would say share with them the things that are special and dear to you. Now, if you don't know what's special and dear to you, then that's a problem. I find what's the most important thing that you can share with a sister is knowledge. And I would believe vice versa.
I agree.
You know, when you open up someone's mind, you open up their heart. Because that's an experience that is exclusive to y'all. Anyone could take someone to Red Lobster. But not anyone can say things that make you have an epiphany. Not anyone can just say something and have you in a space where you like, you know what? Damn, I feel like changing my life. You know, Red Lobster or Olive Gardens doesn't necessarily make you want to change your life after you've eaten food. May change your weight, won't change your life. But someone to say something to you, and it'll have such a profound effect and meaning that you may reconcile within yourself that you need to be made anew. And that's why knowledge is so very important. So if you want to elevate the opposite sex, I would say you have to elevate yourself so you can have something to share in the first place. You don't want to come in with baggage or negativity and then they got to try to reform you and fix you up. Maybe you can be enlightened enough that you have something to offer to someone who is vibrating on similar frequency.
Can you finally answer this question?
Why is it okay for you to have several wives and they can't have several husbands? When you say questions like that, it sounds like I'm over people's backs with a whip. Don't you look at no man. That's not what it is. I don't like how those questions are proposed, because it intimates that something negative and very oppressive is taking place. I'm in a relationship where the women do not mind. And I don't even say do not mind. Like, well, they kind of had to... No, I'm in a relationship where this is compatible with everybody's convictions. So it's called polygyny. And polygyny, that's a system where there's a man and several females, and they are in conformity with the idea that that relationship is engendered around the one male with several females. That's what that is. There's no oppression to it. It's a preference. It's a sexual preference. And by sexual preference, it doesn't exclusively allude to copulating. It's a sexual preference. That's all it is. It doesn't mean someone had to be forced to be into that situation. Or, yo, I'm telling y'all can't do this. No, it's a sexual preference. That's like going to somebody gay and saying, how come you just can't be straight? They're gay. And if you say, how come you just can't be straight? They're not going to take you serious, because they're going to say this is their sexual preference. This is how they live their life. This is what they do. So when you say, how come the women just can't, it's their sexual preference. That's what they into. It's my sexual preference. That's what I'm into. Polygyny, that's what we do. That's what that is. Okay? I mean, it's like those questions are proposed coming from a place of frustration because you yourself may not be interested in it or like it, and that's okay. But let's exercise caution the way we postulate or formulate these questions, as not to be offensive. Not that I'm angry with you. I'm not angry with you. But I would like people to really consider their approach towards questioning the lifestyle, because there's a lot of assumptions that's made. And that's why this forum is good, so we can answer questions. Okay. Can a conscious man be with a Christian woman? There's Christian conscious, let me say that. So I would say let's reformat these questions a little bit. It depends on what level of consciousness you on, because I vibe with several Christian women. I have Christians in New Covenant organization in leadership positions, and I trust them more than the so-called Pan-African who sees himself as the anti-Christian or non-Christian. I have the Christian in place, like in Ohio. You know, I have a sister that's the head. In New Jersey, I have a brother that's the head. You know, Brother Lawan. Okay, he's a pastor. Y'all may not even know that. You feel what I'm saying? So, what y'all got to understand is that consciousness is one thing. We talking consciousness. Okay? So, we want to be more specific. Now, yeah, you may not be into the Jesus thing and all that, but guess what? If you're talking to someone who's conscious, who makes subscriptions to Christianity, you might find out that, you know what? They agree with you on many things. And they don't take that slavery approach that a lot of people take as far as belief is concerned. They may not be part of the religious aspect of it. They may be more of a spiritual precept, and that may be their conditioning or their school of thought that they're in at the moment as they continue to evolve and gain more perspective in the world. You feel me? Everyone has a point of reference when it comes to learning. And that may be what's going on. That may be their point of reference. So I'm saying that because if you're saying if someone's consciousness is contradictory to your consciousness, but you still want to make it work, if you feel like it's that much of a difference, then leave it alone. Because I'm telling you, there's some Christians that you have enough that you can build on that it could work. Because you have some people that's pro-black and Christian, and you might have as much differences with them as you have with someone who also is conscious based on your opinion of conscious. And you may have more differences with someone who's part of the Pan-African community or the pro-black community. You may have more disagreements with someone that's part of the pro-black community than you would have with someone who considers himself Christian. So idealistically, the question that I want to put forth is, how much of a difference or distinction can we find amongst one person's consciousness and the next? If it's so much that you feel like, man, you constantly got to argue or disagree, I would say no, because the worst thing that can happen after that is that you mess around and start making babies, and now the babies are forced to pick one or the other. You don't want to feel like, dang, we're going to almost have to tell the child, pick mommy's side or pick daddy's side. No, they should be able to coexist and say, man, daddy should be just as confident as mommy should be for either one of the parents to be the guide at any given time. So that's where that gets difficult. Okay? It can get difficult sometimes. Poly seems cool. Marriage is a business, and you can spend more time with yourself and your projects at the same time. There aren't too many men that are mature enough for it. True facts. Real black, ask him again, please. Ask him again. No, I'm being real here because we're dealing with people. Everybody doesn't think alike. So because everyone doesn't think alike, guess what? Christians have relationships with Christians, right? Do they have divorces? Yes, they do. So does it mean if the person subscribes to the same thing I subscribe to, we will be infallible? No. So then now the question for me, for those of you who think I'm dancing around it, what I'm telling you is this. If there was two pro-black people, and I won't say pro-black as though the Christian is not pro-black. If there was two people that make subscriptions to Pan-Africanism got together, does that mean that they definitely going to have a good relationship? No. There may be things going on in the world of that man or that female where they cheat, where they lie, or whatever it is that goes on. So now what we got to find out is, how much precedence does their belief take over their personality? Some people use the religion as a catalyst to perfect themselves. Some people use their Pan-African, black nationalistic perspectives to perfect themselves in character. Those are people you can actually work with and grow together eventually. But then there's other people who make their perspectives dominate their personality to the point they don't even have a personality. They don't have thoughts of their own. They just blindly follow everything that everybody else says within the confines of those particular constructs. And then those are people that's very difficult to deal with because there's no room for growth. You can never build with them and say, you know what? this is my approach, this is my perspective, and they consider it. They'll just be like, no, I'm not dealing with that because my Bible tells me this. I'm not dealing with that because Marcus Garvey said that. You don't want to deal with that? No way. So it's bigger than just Christianity. I understand what you're saying. We want to find out personality traits. Look for people's personality, because where there's great personality, where there's a high IQ, where there's open-mindedness, you never really have to worry about what a person's religious disposition is, because they're so intelligent, they wouldn't be hindered by the possibility of engaging great conversation for the purposes of both of y'all growing. I'm just telling you this because people create so many rules and regulations when they talk about relationships that you can't find the right person after you listen to all they damn rules. I don't want to do that to you. I want to make it damn near impossible. You're like, man, I'm just looking for the right sister that's just like this. She's just not like that, and she's like this. Then you'll mess around and you'll never find her because you just making the shit too complicated. You got to grow with people so y'all can conform to each other's disposition, to each other's perspective.
I agree.
Do you think opposites attract as far as your mate, or should you have more in common than differences? This is interesting. I hate sometimes when the answer is a combination of both, because I know you're looking for one or the other. Right. But on the real, I want to have something in common with the sister that I'm with. I want to have several things in common because it feels good knowing someone can relate. But in other instances, I want to deal with the opposing field because what my mate may be the opposite of may be what complements me, because I don't fulfill that part in this world. I don't contribute that to the world, but she does, and it may be a part of me that I wish I did bring to the surface that she can help pull out because we're opposites. You know, let's say one party is passive and the other one is aggressive. There's times you need to be passive, there's times you need to be aggressive. The passive brother can tell the aggressive wife, I think you should calm down a little bit this time, baby. And maybe she listens and it works to her better advantage. Meanwhile, the passive brother may be getting taken advantage of by someone, and the aggressive wife can tell him, look, I'm your eyes and ears, and I'm telling you, don't trust that person. You see what I'm saying? So that's when opposites that attract can do you well, because we complement each other with those opposing fields. You understand what I'm saying? So it's about knowing when it suffices to embrace someone based on what they are the opposite of you in, because you may need that opposing field and you may not demonstrate it best, but then they can be there completing you, making you whole through that opposition. Right. Then it wouldn't even be opposing, it'd be completion actually. Okay, so you become whole, not opposite, when you could use each other in that capacity. There you go. Kind of good at this. Had to think about it, but yo, that's what it is. I'm dealing with this issue with my woman. I appreciate your feedback. Humans are so egotistical that relationships is limited to male-female interaction. What does that mean? It sounds interesting. I would like you to elaborate. Would you divorce one of your wives if she decides she no longer wants to be in a relationship with one man and wants another one with you? Of course. I mean, this is why it's called polygyny. It's one guy, several females. That's called polyandry. We don't do polyandry. You ain't gonna have men in and out and women in and out and no one knows what the hell's going on. The place gets robbed, we don't know which one of the spouses did it. No, you stop. Do you want to take another wife? I don't look for people. And it's real. I've never looked for anybody. And that's why when people be like, yo, where you find these women? I can't find any of these women. It's crazy. I always tell them, you're looking for people, you're looking for trouble. If you go out there looking to have a relationship with somebody, I believe most times unless it's going to mess up. Because you went out there looking for people and your heart is so out there to look for somebody, you wind up just accepting anybody and everything because you fiending to get into a situation. You understand what I'm saying? You're fiending to get into a situation, so you wind up settling for anything. he got my attention with this viral clip of him in the video when he was going off with his perspective on Christianity. How can you deal with all the personalities? You see, and that's what I'm telling you. You may say, man, how you say all of that and you had debates with different people with different religions? Because Polight is open-minded. If we organize to say today we want to highlight our disagreements and see whose disagreements are the strongest, that's what the order of the day is. That's what the order of the day is. Would you take a white wife? That's a very good question. I'm going to answer that after I finish answering this question. I want to keep you in suspense. Some damn Becky photos, isn't it? Why would you ask me a pro-black if I want to take a white wife? Why would you do that? But I said it's your right to ask questions tonight, so it's not a problem. So when it's time for me to debate, that's an agreement both parties in the community all make that, hey, we want to see a conversation. We want to see a diatribe take place about the following issues. And that's what we do. We discuss the following issues. When it's no longer a debate, then there's no reason for me to be disagreeing. I don't want to say arguing because of the connotation of the word. If we didn't organize the diatribe, if we didn't organize disagreements for the purposes of us coming to some kind of resolve or choice, then when we're talking about relationships, I'm not in there to argue. I'm in there for growth. So guess what? The Christian sister or the Muslim sister, her personality may have something that she can contribute to my world. And I can't turn that down because of her religion. Unless she's so blocked by her religion, we can't build. Because I'm going to tell you this. When I met my oldest daughter's mother, my wife, she was Christian. And I was conscious. And I already had 2 wives. And I was out there in Harlem teaching. And she told me she was Christian. And I gave her the Pera and Haru, or the Pakatib Shipamawit. And I gave her what they call the Book of the Dead. Okay, which is the ritual procession of the awakening. It's a group going into consciousness or an awakening. And so when I met her, she was Christian. And I was building with her and everything. And no, it wasn't I bagged her that day. I got her to come to class, pardon me, and she remained Christian as she was coming to class. She'd go to church and she'd come to my class. She'd go to church, she'd come to my class. But she was open-minded, and she would listen to what I had to say. And she still appreciated the value system that she was getting from Christianity. Not the dogma, the things that made her a better person, the laws, the rules, and regulations that she listened to and said, you know what, I think that's true. I should live like that. So she did both. She listened to me, she listened to them, she came to me, she came to them. She started reading some material, and we grew together. It worked out. And that's it. It birthed a powerful relationship. And she found balance with what she has learned in Christianity, and she's incorporated that with the Kemetic science without contradiction. So some things she said, okay, I'm falling back from some of that. But you know, these things are still good, and I see no contradiction with that, and I'm incorporated into this. And that's how it worked out. I didn't tell her, oh, you got to let that go. Or, you know, no, I shouldn't have to even do none of that. I should be able to teach and live my life and demonstrate what I'm doing at best. She does the same thing. And if we're vibrating, if we're growing together, we won't have too much conflict. Because there's no room for insecurity when you're building this relationship on a certain level. We just teach each other. It's perspective. She could call honor thy mother, honor thy father a tenet of Christianity all she wants. But the fact of the matter is, does she realize the significance of honoring her mother and father? And do I realize the significance of why it's important to honor thy mother and father? If we both agree to that, then by whatever terminology you want to use, I'm okay with that. See, that's what I'm talking about. But if we start going to historical pretense and she denies certain historical facts because Bible told us so. No, you know, somebody may have made errors along the line. See, she wasn't no staunch Christian where she felt like obligated to hold on to certain things, but she still was given the right to her belief and her subscriptions without my imposition. And because of that, she was forthcoming and listening to whatever it is I had to offer. And she was able to discern amongst herself, you know what, this is what I'll take, this is what I'll keep. I'm over here, I'm doing this. And she found balance and peace with what she was doing. I just don't want to leave y'all out there to not have no wife or to have no husband. This stuff can actually work. We just can't be so imposing and domineering as to suggest that I am so right about everything that I am going to take the responsibility to teach you every single day. About what? Like, you can't learn from the other person as well. So it's just real. Explain why you believe every guy should get with an aggressive woman. Well, I'm not going to tell you every guy should get with an aggressive woman, because some women will probably strap you to a bed and whip your ass and love it. So please don't do that. Let me keep this over here. Don't even think for 1 second that I'm down with that. So don't think for 1 second. Don't let no one lie to you or be foolish. She's such a jerk. That's why it's only me on this camera right now. So the reason why I believe aggressive women are so very important, especially in this day and time, is because we need people to challenge us as black men. We need to be challenged. We need to be challenged severely, right? I do admit there's certain levels. I'm about to block you, Christina Carter. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Okay. Not funny. Such a jerk. But Christina Carter, I'm so disappointed. I hope you're a new follower. I hope you just came to here, so then I don't have to have certain expectations of you.
It's that nice.
We love it. Yeah, y'all reading that crap, huh? Yeah, so what I'm gonna tell you is this. I would never allow someone to strap me down and whip me. Come on, that ain't me. Remember, I'm alpha male. I want to deal with aggressive women, but I ain't gonna have her abusing me, whipping me, torturing me, and telling me, give me more, baby. I'm not about I am about to be doing that crazy shit. That's not me. I think they call it dominatrix or something like that. But anyway.
A dominatrix.
Anyway, yeah, that's not me. Imagine that sex tape being leaked, Polight getting his ass whipped in bed, handcuffed, with somebody dressed in all patent leather. Oh, gosh. But listen, that's for old white men. I'm telling you. And if you ever watch old white men, they always got a lash on their body somewhere. Yo, it be burning through the hairs. They got hair everywhere except for that line where it looked like they got whipped. It said we would buy it. Christina said she would buy that sex tape.
Oh, gosh.
Christina, you out of control, girl. She said we will buy it. Oh, my goodness. With those black slippers with the fur. Now, what the hell does that have to... Y'all never let me go with them slippers yet.
Let them think.
Them black slippers do not allude to the fact that I would be whipped by some woman wearing a Catwoman outfit. They into all kinds of BS. Shaking my head. Who told you this?
What?
Yo, these people are crazy. Oh my God. My woman is aggressive and very stubborn. I'm opposite. That's where we clash. Yo, this is what I'm telling you about aggressive women. Sometimes they overboard. But do not hide from the aggressive woman, because the aggressive woman is your eyes and your ears. She's the one that doesn't like everything moving in and out. She's your protector when you are off guard. When you falling back and you sleeping and you just loving the Most High, as many of us say, or you into your consciousness and reading your books here and there. She the one that don't trust nothing moving. And later on, you be like, damn, I should have listened to her, but I hate to tell her she was right because she was so damn aggressive about it. The aggressive woman is your protector. She's the one that's going to challenge you. If you're not a bitch, pardon my language, if you're not a Mitch, if you're not a male bitch, and you can take criticism, you don't necessarily have to worry about, man, I think she's trying to really destroy me. No, sometimes she's just challenging you to work harder. She may say, man, this situation's messed up, but at least she has the heart to tell you that it's messed up, rather than a woman who sit there, know it's messed up, and don't want to hurt your feelings. The aggressive woman preys on the fact that, yo, if you really love her, you're going to respond when you see her emotion about the situation. A passive woman will have you both fuck around being poor, and she won't like it either, and then eventually leave you anyway. Oh, y'all like this, huh? I'm seeing it hundreds in facts, for real, for real. Okay, all right. I know people be shitting on the aggressive women, but I don't need no soft-ass woman. I don't need no soft woman around me. You know, so I love aggressive women. I love them. I love it. Keeps me challenged. Keeps my mind spinning. Some of them just be overboard, though, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, really?
But
Who's that?
I love aggressive women. Some of them just be overboard and shit. I love aggressive women. Some of them just be doing too damn much. But I love. Do you realize I'm getting hit every time I turn the stand camera? The sound effect is me getting hit every time. Christina Carter is so funny, man. I'm about to start following you, Christina. You are mad funny.
She is funny.
Yo, I like her. Yo, I will not forget your name. It takes a strong man to handle a strong woman. That's true. And a lot of black men are crying when the women are aggressive. I'm like, yo, don't you know the beauty? Let me tell you a secret, brothers. The beauty about dealing with an aggressive woman, we're going to have to do this with an all-male forum. I can't give up the goods.
Go ahead.
But the beauty about dealing with aggressive women, right, is that... Nah, I can't say it.
Say it.
I won't say it.
Say
I
it.
gotta use it for
Say
a different time.
Say it.
It's a different time.
Say
It's a
it.
secret.
It's
only,
not a secret.
It's a
Say
secret.
it.
You
Say
can't know... You can't
What's
know
the
some of
beauty in
this
it?
is only for the guys.
Let us know.
Because then they will have access
Let
to
us
all
all
our
know.
powers. It's one of the few things
What is it?
you
Say
can't.
it. Everyone wants to know. Say it. 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 Come on, y'all. Say it. Say it.
Yo, trust me, brothers. If some of these secrets go out, this is God code right here. They can't know what we know. This shit got me crying.
Keep it G with us, fool. Come on. Say. Oh, two. Say two. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey,
Say it.
I'll just tell you this much. I learned to laugh at the aggression when going through it, but it's seeds planted for the advancement of our relationship. Facts.
Say it. Don't try to go past it.
Hold strong, Polight. I'm dying laughing. They should know, bro. No?
What's
Well,
the
I tell
beauty
you,
in
I tell you
dealing
this.
with aggressive people?
I tell you this. Aggressive women really give you the most love,
That's true. Make sure
but
you're passionate.
they make it hard to finally get to them. But if you endure and you finally get to them, you get a love that you never seen before in your life. I'll tell you that. That's the trick. But no one stays around long enough with the aggressive women to know that they can give you way more love than the passive women. And that I'll tell you that. These aggressive women got a lot of love. They're passionate, but they just ain't
Tough
about
love.
to get hurt early in the game.
That's
They make
right.
you work like a mother.
That's right.
To the point you be thinking, man, this motherfucker hate me. You dislike me. Why you even with me if you don't fuck with me like this? You really be here like bugging like this woman is nuts. But guess what? And they hold out. So like after a fucking year or two, they finally change.
We loyal.
Very loyal. Very,
Loyal.
very loyal women. These aggressive women are very, very, very loyal. But they just put you through the test it's like to see if you really about that life. If this is what you really want to deal with, I'm letting you know from the gate. Now them passive women be having all sorts of secret shit going on, but you be finding out and you be all hurt. Aggressive women be right there on the front, like, yo, listen, this is what it is from day one. You knew what you got yourself into after the first week fucking with me. You know, aggressive women show who they are so early. You be like, yo, damn, she could have waited a month. You know,
I told you, boo.
Yeah,
I mean,
she fought ASAP.
No, nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
I didn't mention no names. This is so funny. But anyway, but they real. They real. They definitely real. You know, but they stick. I mean, hey, look, I've been with Aminette for 19 years. She's aggressive. I've had those conversations with Aminette, like, yo, do you hate me? Why you treating me like this? You know, I'm like, yo, I love you. It's like I'm being too soft. Women are some thugged out motherfuckers. I'm going to tell you this shit for real. You ain't seen no thug action till you seen black aggressive women. They ass can be married to a drug dealer or a killer. Know that brother kills. Know he shoots and lays niggas down. They will still hit this nigga. They will hit the killer. Just out of the anger, from frustration or emotion that brother's late for a dinner engagement. I'm telling you. But at the same rate, there's something about it that turns me on. Like, you know what?
All right.
Nah, on the real, you know why? Because that means that she'll ride or die with you. She'll ride and die with you. She'll ride and live with you. That means that kind of woman, that kind of mentality, she's with the shits. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, that means that she ain't gonna cower down if you get locked up and she gotta take care of the children. You feel me? She gonna boss up. She gonna visit you in prison, and she gonna handle the business she gotta take care of on the outside. And she ain't gonna cheat on you. She loyal. She loyal. I'm telling you, them aggressive women, they are built for the war, for the storm. And in this day and time, we got so much opposition. You're going to need those sisters that just have it in them to endure. They don't just sit there and cry. Now, they cry. And they cry harder than all the other women. But they don't do it often.
Nope.
And when they cry, they get it all off. The past year or two, they get that whole shit off.
Cry.
One cry, and you won't see it again. She gonna raise hell for another 2-3 years. To the point where she cry, you be like, man, you cry? But they real, man. Like Remy Ma, I suppose. These hip-hop analogies. Yeah, so they real. What is the main key to a relationship? Consistency. Powerful word. I say 95% of every successful business is predicated upon communication.
Yep.
And love is law, family is business. So,
communication. Yes. Communication.
Sometimes I just feel like people be trying to throw shade in the weirdest way. But there's no sun out. So maybe I'm tripping.
That's a guilty conscience.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about you.
Oh,
I was overhearing something somebody was saying outside the car. There's people talking all over the place.
No, you hear nothing. There's no one having conversations.
How you gonna tell me I hear nothing?
There's no
aggressive woman. Chill out. You gonna take? Yo, look at the restraint. Do you realize the restraint? Do you actually see her contemplating what do I do next? Stab, punch, or kick? It's wild.
Consistency. That's right, Reggie.
How important is friendship?
Very important. You gotta be friends. You gotta learn. You can love a person, but you don't have to like them. You gotta like them too. You gotta be able to like them too.
Very true.
Yeah.
I heard that, Polight. We got you, son. What should I do to get this queen to open up to me? What should I do to get this queen to open up to me? That's dope. He has a queen. He wants to open up to him.
Okay.
It's kind of broad.
It is very broad.
What has not worked, I guess, should be the question.
Yeah.
Tell us what didn't work so far. Because it sounds like some things is just not working. Does she know you like her? We got to get some more information.
What are you looking to get out of her? You know, what are you asking? Kind of.
How do you deal with a woman who believes in Christianity heavy, but you're openly aware and she tries her best to turn your life to Christ? Well, that's a good sign that she's trying to turn your life to Christ. Because think about it. If she's into Christianity and she's not trying to convert you to Christ, that's a little suspect.
Oh, that's a good response. How do you get a woman to open up to you? Open up to her.
Dope.
Maybe you're not opening up to her. To what
So,
you feel like you're trusted.
What I would suggest you do is, if she's trying to convert you to Christ, go for it. And I know you may say, man, what the hell kind of advice is that? If she's really interested in converting you to Christ and you're really interested in her, how could you not take interest in what she's interested in if you're interested in her? There is no interest in her unless you're interested in what she's interested in.
That's true.
Yes, I'm not going to tell you go to church, but I'm going to tell you it would be wise. Like,
you're going to want her to be interested in what you're interested in.
Yeah, how you going to just get your way and put her onto your stuff and you ain't going to take the time out to see what's going on in her world?
That's right.
She's going to feel like, yo, no, my world is significant. You may have experienced other Christian people, but I'm a different type of Christian. You say you interested in her, that means you interested in Christians, Christian women. Don't turn around and be like, I ain't interested in Christian women. I'm interested in this woman who's a Christian. No such thing. She's a Christian woman. That's who she is. That's who you're interested in. You'll grow together. Give it some time. See if you can endure. If you can't, move forward before you give her hell. Shaking my head. No, don't do it. No, you gotta do it. If I'm interested in somebody and they're showing that they want me to be part of their life in that capacity, what I'm gonna do? Tell them no?
That's not fair.
I'm not. That means I ain't interested in you. Look, let me tell you something. I see people trying to give you other advice. Let me tell you something. A woman wants to know how interested you are in her. You say you're interested in her. Then the number one way to show your interest, not to fake. You could be 100. Yo, I don't deal with the Christianity thing. And I would like to have a conversation why I don't deal with it. Yeah. Come with your facts.
Yeah.
But there's a time and place for that.
Right.
Not the day of church, not when she's walking out the house to do what she do, because that's disrespectful. See, I'm just telling you how to deal with this in a mature fashion. If you are as interested in her as you say you are, you will go with her. Especially because y'all just learned each other. You will go with her. And you will make it happen. Because if she's wrong about what she's talking about, then we got to work on convincing her to convert to the truth. It's not about trying to convert somebody. If she is loving you as well, she's going to consider the things you got to say too. But it's a give and a take. This is what I'm telling y'all. You can't always just be getting your way. That's what I'm telling you. Stop thinking you're just going to get your way all the time. It's a give and a take. If you're dealing with someone who loves what they're into so much, they're like, yo, you got to get down with this. And you're saying, yo, I'm in love with her. There is no being in love with her with that not being part of the matrix. But if there's reciprocity, if she is as interested in you as you are as interested in her, she going to follow you to the lectures. Now, if only one side is doing it, then it's going to go to hell. Now, this should not probably be going on forever. It shouldn't go on forever. However, it should. You're growing together because you're interested in each other. But if this thing keeps going on, then yeah, I should separate and do your own thing.
It's going to end soon. I just want to let y'all know this was so much fun.
It definitely was.
It was so much fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Girlfriend Christina.
Yeah, Christina, you dope. Okay, so it's going to end in 55 seconds. And this is perfectly on time because we got to make our moves. Yeah. I stayed here a little bit longer because this was fun.
This was so much fun.
Again, if you're interested in any of the mentorship, brotherpolite45@gmail.com. Maybe Vicky can give you relationship advice.
Yeah, we can do this.
She's dope. She knows what she's talking about. And she can give aggressive black women some advice to not go overboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
because again, there's nothing wrong with aggressive women. Sometimes you just gotta know when to put the brakes on.
DM me. You guys know my Instagram. That's Vic.
Oh yeah, DM her. That's Vic. It already sounds like a show. She about to have her own TV show. Thanks, brother and queen. You are beautiful.
Say bye.
Peace, family.
Later, y'all.
We got 4 seconds left. It's about to go. See you later. I just wanted to tell y'all this much because I love you so much. So see you later. It's still going. I thought it said it. It says it ended.